yes, I am filming one more video in this shirt and this crazy hair. I'm just gonna read the first sentences of all these books. This video is not just gonna be me reading the first sentences. I'm gonna read all the first sentences and then I'm going to choose one book to start reading. Hopefully it'll be fun. I'm just gonna read the first sentence of the first book because this is actually 3 stories. The prologue. My dear Winifred, you've been on my mind all week and I decided the best thing to do was simply write. And I'm just gonna leave it at that. Girl Meets Change by Kristen Strong. I'm gonna read the first sentence of the actual first chapter. Daughter Faith stood gussied up in satin and tulle, and she not so patiently waited her turn to walk down the aisle as flower girl in our friend's wedding. I don't know about that one. I don't think I'm feeling that. The Bookish Life of Nina Hill by Abby Waxman. There is also a quote. It doesn't say who by. The first sentence is, imagine you're a bird. I'm interested in that. All right. Studies in the Sermon on the Mount by Oswald Chambers. In order to understand the Sermon on the Mount, it is necessary to have the mind of its preacher, and this knowledge can be gained by anyone who will receive the Holy Spirit. Intrigue. This is Forgotten by Catherine Mackenzie. Beginning of the prologue. Her mother's funeral was a small affair on a hot Tuesday. I don't like that. All right. 1,000 Gifts by Anne Boskamp. But it starts, a glowing sun orb fills an August sky. The day the story begins. The day I'm born. The day I begin to live. When was she born? I have to know. Okay. The Nanny. The first sentence of the prologue. Water closes over the body. Spooky, but I'm very intrigued. All right. First sentence of Belle's Library. So I will read both of these because it kind of gives the same vibe, or the whole vibe. This is the literary quote. This is Belle's quote. The literary quote. What's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. I automatically want to watch Princess Diaries now. And then Belle's quote. No truer words have been spoken. Whatever the name, the label applied. Odd, funny, beast. It does not matter. It is one's essence, what's on the inside that counts. What's this book? This is the first sentence of Next Generation Leader by Andy Stanley. It is both natural and necessary for young leaders to try to prove themselves by doing everything themselves. Ouch at me. I can't wait to read it. First sentence of A Storm of Ice and Stars. Skane was a silent land. What? Oh my gosh, I have to know. Is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? I'm torn between the Nanny and the this one. Hearts Divided. I did already start Hearts Divided, and it is my rollover. So, should that be the book that I start with? I don't know. I think I'm getting really tired. I'm gonna make some tea. I'm gonna watch some booktube. I'm gonna think about it, and I will come back to you guys when I start reading. Okay, hey guys, I made a decision. I am jumping into this rollover, Hearts Divided. It's 3 stories written by, I should show my face, 3 stories written by 3 different authors. And basically my goal is to read about 50 pages tonight. LOL, I don't know if it's gonna happen. Today's my sister's birthday. She's currently out right now, but we're gonna do more stuff when she comes back. I am just gonna do some reading sprints and jump into this book. I did start it, but I'm just gonna restart it because I only got like 2 or 3 pages into it last time. So here we go. Reading vibes. Say hello to the vlog also. Good morning, happy Monday. I am going to get back into some reading. Today is a mood read day, so we'll see how that goes. finished off a chapter in Next Generation Leader, and now I think I'm gonna do like try a chapter of all the other books on my TBR, with the exception of the book that I'm reading for Prologue. I'm not really feeling anything in particular right now, so I feel like just trying out a chapter of each of the books that I have and then see where I want to go from there. So I am going to read a chapter of Girl Meets Change. First of all, I'm freezing under the air conditioning vent. Second, update. Read the first chapter of this. I think I'm gonna like it. It's very easy reading, and when talking about like difficult things like change and whatnot. This one, I don't know if I'm just not focused or if I need to just make it only a devotional. I don't know, but it's taking me a little bit to get through, but I'm about halfway through the first chapter. Okay, I just finished reading all the first chapters of all the books on my TBR for this month, including my ebook copy of the 10,000 Words of January. I'll go ahead and start with that. I'm not super engaged with it so far, and the chapters are pretty long, at least the first one was. The ending line intrigues me in the rest of the book, but I wasn't really connecting with it, so I'm kind of concerned about that. I don't remember where I left off on updating you guys on what I'd read, so I also wasn't super engaged with this, but I feel like that is because I wasn't really in a reading mood when I read it. Also, I just realized that the bookmark I chose totally matches the front cover. That's so cool. I was definitely really tired and not really in a reading mood when I read this, and I think that had something to do with why I didn't really connect with it yet. I think it is going to be good though. I don't remember anything about the first chapter in this book. 1,000 Gifts, I think, is going to be good. I think the key points of gratitude and reminding us to be grateful will be great. I just don't love the writing style. The opening's super strange. Like, I could have lived my whole life without reading that. But I do think overall it will be a good reminder for gratitude. Whether I keep it after reading it, we shall see. Two books that I do think that I am going to really enjoy based off the first chapter are Forgotten and The Nanny. So The Nanny, I think, is going to be really hard-hitting. It's really sad. It opens really sad, and I can kind of relate to some of the situation. I think it's going to be a very intense read. I think the one that I might enjoy the most is either The Nanny or Forgotten. I just read the prologue. I didn't read chapter 1, but it's super engaging from the first sentence, and I think I'm gonna like this. It also involves travel, so I'm excited to see where this takes us, no pun intended. But yeah, that's everything for this first impressions reading vlog. I'm not as excited as I was during my TBR game, but I think I'm just kind of tired, and that might be why I'm not really engaging with some of them. But I do think that some of these books will be really interesting. Some might just be getting unhauled. We shall see what happens. So make sure that you are subscribed so you don't miss anything this month. Stay tuned for what I think of all my reading. And give this video a like if you enjoyed it. And I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.